All right, listen to me now. You want one text that'll make him regret hurting you. You know, sometimes when people hurt us, we feel this strong need to explain ourselves. We want to make them see the pain they caused, make them understand what they lost, make them realize they messed up. We sit there, typing out long, emotional paragraphs, pouring out our feelings like somehow, if they just knew how bad they hurt us, they would magically turn around and fix it. But let me tell you something, the people who hurt you and walked away without thinking twice. They are not sitting there waiting for your speech. They made a choice. They showed you who they are. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is not waste another drop of your energy trying to make them see what they chose to ignore. You don't need a novel. You don't need to write a masterpiece of heartbreak. All you need is a simple, clean, powerful message that shows you're not stuck in their mess anymore. That message is, thank you, next. It's short, it's clear, and it speaks volumes without you having to say anything else. You are telling them, thank you for showing me what I don't deserve. Thank you for revealing your true colors. Thank you for giving me the push I needed to move on and find something better. And most importantly, next. As in, I'm moving forward. I'm not stuck here grieving over someone who didn't value me. I'm not holding the door open for someone who slammed it in my face. I'm stepping into what's next, and I'm doing it without you. A long emotional text might feel good in the moment. You might feel like you're finally speaking your truth. But the truth is, when you explain your worth to someone who already decided they didn't care, you're wasting your breath. You are not responsible for making someone appreciate you. If they didn't see your value when you were loving them, supporting them, standing by them, your words are not going to change their vision now. Silence or a few powerful words speaks much louder than 1,000 lines of begging. Heartbreak, think about it. Imagine someone hurting you, expecting you to fall apart, expecting you to chase them, expecting you to crumble under the weight of the betrayal, and instead, you hit them with 3 little words, thank you, next. No drama, no anger, no tears, just peace, just strength, just a quiet confidence that says, I'm good, I'm better than good. I'm free. That's the kind of text that haunts people because it shows growth, it shows maturity, it shows that their power over you is gone. They can't control you with guilt. They can't hook you back in with confusion. They can't shake your self-worth. You sent your message short, sharp, and strong, and now you're gone. Out there living, growing, and becoming everything they took for granted. And let's be real, it's not even really for them, it's for you. Sending a short, simple message is not about revenge. It's about reclaiming your peace. It's about setting yourself free. It's about deciding that your energy is too valuable to spend on somebody who already showed you they don't deserve it. You're not reaching out to get closure from them. You're not reaching out to reignite the drama. You're closing that chapter with grace. You're ending that story on your terms. You're choosing to move forward with dignity, with hope, and with the kind of confidence that doesn't need to be loud to be felt. Because real strength is quiet. Real healing doesn't scream. It smiles, it moves forward, it grows in silence. So next time you're tempted to write that long text, to pour your heart out to someone who broke it, remember this. You are not writing for them. You are living for you. And sometimes all it takes is 3 little words to say everything you need to say. Thank you, next. When somebody does you wrong, the natural instinct is to react. You want to let him have it. You want to scream. You want to throw every hurt feeling you got right in their face. And trust me, that's human. It's natural to want justice when you feel betrayed. But let me tell you something real important. Real power, real growth is when you don't let them pull you down into that mess. Instead of reacting with anger or tears, you hit them with something they never saw coming, peace. When you react with peace, you flip the whole situation. See, they expect you to go off. They expect you to curse them out, blow up their phone, make a scene. That's the energy they're ready for. But when you respond calmly, or even better, when you respond with a thank you and a goodbye, it confuses them. It shakes them up because it shows them they don't have control over your emotions anymore. It shows them that the hurt they caused did not break you, it built you. It made you stronger, wiser, and most importantly, free. You ever seen somebody throw a punch into thin air and stumble? That's exactly what happens when they come at you expecting chaos and you meet them with calm. They swing, and they miss because you're not standing there in the place they thought you'd be. You moved, you elevated, you chose peace over pettiness, wisdom over weakness. Now listen, choosing peace doesn't mean you're pretending it didn't hurt. It doesn't mean you're denying what they did. It means you're choosing yourself over the need for revenge. It means you understand that not everything deserves your reaction. Not every insult, not every betrayal, not every slight deserves a piece of your soul. Some things are beneath you now. Some battles are just not worth fighting anymore. You're saving your energy for the blessings that are on the way. Because when you react with anger, you give them your power, you show them that they still have a grip on you. But when you react with peace, you take all that power back. You keep your dignity intact. You walk away with your head high, not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to know your worth isn't up for debate. There's a quiet kind of revenge in peace, a kind they can't fight against. See, they can't argue with silence. They can't defend themselves against your growth. They can't stop you from winning once you choose to stop playing their little games. You leave them sitting there with nothing but their own guilt and their own bad decisions, and that's a heavy thing to carry. Peace also protects your future, because when you stay calm, you stay clear-headed. You don't make mistakes out of anger that you'll regret later. You don't burn bridges you might need. You don't ruin your own blessing trying to punish someone else. You stay ready for what God has next for you. Because believe me, after pain always comes promotion. But you can't receive that blessing if you're still stuck in bitterness. So when somebody wrongs you, remember, they're expecting drama. Don't give it to them. Give them silence, give them calm, give them that smooth, graceful exit they weren't ready for. Let them sit with their choices while you sit with your peace. Let your success, your smile, your unstoppable joy be the loudest answer you ever give. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, more powerful than a person who could have gotten revenge, but chose to get better instead. That's real power. That's real strength. That's the move they'll never forget. And that's how you win, not just over them, but for yourself. When somebody hurts you, it's easy to feel like you gotta prove something. Like you gotta show them what they missed out on. Like you gotta convince the world you're still worthy. But let me tell you something straight from the heart. You don't have to prove your worth to nobody. You just have to glow. You just have to keep growing, keep shining, and keep building the life you deserve. That's how you win. That's how you turn that heartbreak into a breakthrough. You see, your glow-up isn't about getting revenge. It's about getting free. It's about stepping into the highest, strongest, most beautiful version of yourself, not to throw it in somebody's face, but because you deserve to live in that light. You owe it to yourself to become the person you were always meant to be, with or without them. When you glow, you don't just change your outside. You change your spirit. You stop letting pain define you and start letting purpose guide you. And here's the beautiful part: when you start focusing on your own happiness, your own healing, your own dreams, you naturally start to shine. You smile differently. You walk differently. You carry yourself with a peace that money can't buy and attention can't fake. And believe me, they notice. Oh yeah, they notice. They may not say it. They may not text you. They may not show it. But trust and believe, when somebody sees you living better, loving yourself more, and needing them less, it stings deeper than any words ever could. That's because deep down, they expected you to stay stuck. They expected you to stay broken, to stay bitter, to stay lost in the hurt they caused, but you flipped the script, you used the pain as fuel, you built something beautiful out of the ashes, you created a life so good, so joyful, so full of purpose, that their absence doesn't even leave a dent anymore, and let you be real. The best glow up ain't just looking good on the outside, it's about feeling good on the inside. It's about waking up and loving the person you see in the mirror. It's about setting goals, chasing dreams, surrounding yourself with people who pour into you instead of drain you. It's about laughing again, hoping again, believing again. It's about building a life so rich in love and peace that you don't even have time to look back at what hurt you. You're too busy winning to worry about who doubted you. You're too blessed to be bitter. You're too focused on your future to waste energy on your past. That's the real glow up. That's the one that sticks. That's the one that speaks louder than any text, any Instagram post, or any look at me now moment. Because the truth is, the people who hurt you aren't your enemies. They're your teachers. They taught you what you don't deserve. They taught you how strong you really are. They taught you how to love yourself better, and for that you should be grateful, not bitter, grateful, because without that lesson you wouldn't be stepping into this new season of your life with the wisdom and the power you have now. So don't waste your energy plotting revenge or begging for closure. Put that energy into your glow up, build your dreams, heal your heart, love your life. Watch how everything starts to shift in your favor when you stop chasing and start growing. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just healing, you're elevating, and the best part, you're doing it all without them. That's the real victory. That's the kind of glow that nobody can dim. One of the biggest mistakes you can make after someone hurts you is forgetting who you are, forgetting your worth, forgetting that just because they couldn't see your value doesn't mean it disappeared. You are not defined by their actions. You are not less because they treated you like less. That's their reflection, not yours. You have to understand deep in your bones that your value doesn't decrease based on someone else's inability to recognize it. You are not somebody's second thought. You are not a backup plan, a maybe or a what if. You are not an option on a list that someone picks up and puts down whenever they feel like it. You are a blessing. You are a once-in-a-lifetime kind of soul, and if someone didn't know what they had when they had you, that's not your burden to carry. That's theirs. See, your worth is rooted in who you are, not how somebody treats you. You were valuable the day you were born, and you'll be valuable long after they realize what they lost. You don't have to fight for someone to see you. You don't have to convince somebody to choose you. If they couldn't see your light while you were standing right there, shining bright, then they were never meant to walk with you into your future. You don't lower yourself to make somebody comfortable. You don't shrink yourself to fit into a small space in somebody else's life. You stand tall, you hold your head high, you remember who you are, and you walk like the royalty you were created to be, because you don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. What you need is to recognize your own power, your own beauty, your own strength. When you know your worth, you stop chasing people. You stop begging for love, for attention, for basic respect. You realize that love, real love, doesn't have to be begged for. It flows naturally. It's given freely. It uplifts you. It doesn't tear you down. And anything less than that isn't love at all. It's control, it's insecurity, it's fear disguised as affection. And you deserve better than that. You are God's masterpiece. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have dreams inside of you that were placed there for a reason. You have a purpose that no heartbreak can erase. And if someone couldn't appreciate that, it's because they weren't meant to be part of the story God is writing for your life. So the next time you feel tempted to question yourself because of how someone treated you, stop. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I am not what they see, I am what I know. I am strong, I am valuable, I am worthy of a love that chooses me every single day without hesitation. And until I find that, I will choose myself. You owe it to yourself to walk away from anything and anyone that makes you feel like you're hard to love, because you're not. You are easy to love. For the right heart, you are a blessing to the right soul, and you don't have to convince the wrong one to see it. Sometimes the greatest act of love you can give yourself is to walk away from people who couldn't love you right. Sometimes you've got to love yourself enough to say, if you can't see my worth, that's your loss, not mine. You are the prize, you are the blessing, you are the answered prayer somebody's been waiting for. Act like it, walk like it, live like it. Because when you truly know your worth, you stop settling for anything less than you deserve, and that's when everything starts to change. One of the hardest but most powerful things you'll ever learn is this: not everything lost is a loss. Sometimes what feels like rejection is really redirection. Sometimes when people walk away, it's just God clearing the path for the better thing He's got coming. You don't need to chase anybody who chose to leave. You don't have to beg someone to stay who couldn't recognize your value when you were giving them the best of you. Let them go. Let them go gracefully, and don't lose yourself trying to hold on to what was never meant for you. Chasing after someone who hurt you only keeps you tied to that pain. It keeps you stuck in a cycle where you're constantly trying to earn love that should have been given freely. And let me tell you something. Love that has to be chased isn't love at all, it's survival. It's fear. It's desperation. And you were never meant to live your life begging for crumbs when you were born to sit at a table full of blessings. When you know who you are, you don't chase. You trust. You trust that if they walked away, they made room for better. You trust that your destiny is not tied to someone who couldn't see your worth. You trust that letting go is not losing, it's winning your future back. And you walk forward with your head high, even if your heart is still healing, because you understand your best days are not behind you. They're in front of you, and every step away from what hurt you is a step closer to what's meant for you. I know it hurts when someone you love doesn't love you back the way you deserve. I know it stings when you gave your time, your heart, your loyalty, and they treated it like it was disposable. But don't you dare let that make you bitter. Don't you dare let it make you doubt your own worth. Because the truth is, sometimes people mishandle blessings they're not mature enough to receive. Sometimes people see your light, but they're too blind, too broken, too distracted to appreciate it. That's not your fault. That's not your problem to fix. Your only job is to keep moving forward. Heal, yes, feel the pain, process it, cry if you have to. But when the crying is done, when the mourning is over, you pick yourself up, you straighten your crown, and you move forward. You don't sit around trying to patch up what's broken when God is trying to hand you something brand new. And don't worry about what if. Don't torture yourself replaying every moment wondering what you could have done differently. What's meant for you will never require you to lose yourself to keep it. What's meant for you will feel like peace, not confusion. It will lift you higher, not weigh you down. It will feed your soul, not drain your spirit. And until that love finds you, you love yourself enough to keep walking toward it. Because here's the truth: the right people will never make you question your worth. The right people will never force you to chase them. Real love, real respect, real partnership, it won't leave you guessing. It won't leave you begging. It won't leave you broken. So stop chasing. Stop explaining. Stop trying to hold on to hands that have already let go. Your future is too big to waste it looking back. Your blessing is too close to lose it running after people who already showed you they can't handle the weight of your heart. Move forward. Move forward with faith. Move forward with pride. Move forward with love for yourself so strong that nobody's absence can shake it. Because trust me, what's ahead of you is so much greater than anything you're leaving behind. The best kind of revenge is not anger. It's not bitterness. It's not trying to show out and prove something. The best revenge is success. It's waking up every day with peace in your heart and purpose in your steps. It's building a life so full, so rich, so powerful that you don't even have time to think about the people who tried to break you. It's becoming so focused on your growth, your healing, and your blessings that their absence becomes irrelevant. See, when somebody hurts you, they expect you to fold. They expect you to sit there in that heartbreak, in that sadness, stuck on what could have been. But when you choose to heal, when you choose to rise, when you choose to win in spite of what happened, you take all the power back. You show them, and more importantly, you show yourself that you are unstoppable. Success doesn't mean you didn't hurt. Success doesn't mean you didn't struggle. Success means you didn't stay there. It means you didn't let the pain define you. You let it refine you. You let it push you closer to your purpose. Every tear you cried, every sleepless night, every moment you questioned yourself, you turned all that into fuel. You used the very thing that was supposed to break you to build the foundation for your next chapter. And success isn't just about money or fame or titles. It's about waking up and liking the person you see in the mirror. It's about living a life that feels good on the inside, not just looks good on the outside. It's about surrounding yourself with people who love you right, who speak life into you, who support your dreams. It's about walking into rooms and no longer questioning if you belong there because you know you do. When you commit to healing and building yourself up, something magical happens. You start attracting better opportunities, better relationships, better energy, because you're vibrating at a different frequency now. You're not desperate. You're not begging. You're not broken. You're whole. And whole people attract whole blessings. Meanwhile, the ones who hurt you, they have to live with the choices they made. They have to sit with the reality that they let go of something rare. And trust me, when they see you smiling bigger, laughing harder, living freer, that's a kind of truth they can't escape. But by the time they realize it, you'll be too far gone, too full of life, too focused on your destiny to even care. Success isn't about rubbing it in their face. It's about living so well that you don't even have time to look back. It's about understanding that forgiveness isn't about them, it's about freeing yourself. It's about giving yourself permission to let go of the hurt, not because they deserve it, but because you do. The best revenge is happiness. It's peace. It's getting to a place where the mention of their name doesn't move you, where the memory of the pain doesn't sting anymore, where you can genuinely wish them well because you know that you're already winning and nothing they do or don't do can change that. So, build your life like it's a masterpiece. Chase your dreams like they're already yours. Heal so deeply that nobody ever gets to break you like that again. Love yourself so loudly that it drowns out every doubt, every insult, every ounce of negativity thrown your way, because in the end, success is the loudest silence. It's the kind of statement that needs no announcement. It speaks for itself, and baby, when you step fully into your blessing, when you walk boldly into your purpose, when you live your life on fire, with love, passion, and power, that's a kind of revenge no one can ever take away.